Hi, everyone. I'm Tina, and I'm a Reiki practitioner and energy healer, and my business is Blue Dove Healing. And I'm making a series of videos to help people understand what is Reiki and how can it benefit you. And I thought it would be good to kind of give a little backstory as to how did I get around to doing Reiki? What attracted me to it? And how do I use it for myself? And how do I benefit from it? So I was always one of those people as a child and even into adulthood that everyone called too sensitive. I was too sensitive and I really did feel everything. And I didn't have a term for it back then. And I felt bad about it, like somehow I wasn't in control of myself or, it just was a bad way to be. And then I learned after years and decades of trying to figure it out that I'm what's called an empath. So you can Google it, and there's even little quizzes out there that will tell you if you think you're an empath too. An empath is a person that really does feel the energies and emotions that are around them. So I have a hard time in crowds and busy places. I have a really hard time with very like angry people. If I'm not doing my energy work, I should say I used to have a big issue with people when they were really emotional. I would feel that emotion. And at the time, I didn't know if it was mine or somebody else's. I just knew I was feeling all these things all the time. And I had just terrible anxiety. I just lived with this constant state of anxiety and feeling like I was being pulled in different directions. And it was just a really hard way to live. And I stumbled across one of those quizzes, are you an empath? And I don't even remember where I found it. They're on the internet, and found resources about what you can do as an empath and doing your own energy work, cleansing and clearing your energy field, grounding, shielding your aura, doing things to strengthen your own personal energy. And so you can see some of my other videos, and especially the one, What is Reiki? And I talk a lot more about just energy in general. But I'll just leave it enough in this video to say that I needed to find out a way to benefit my own energy systems. And so I had never heard of Reiki. And a friend of mine who was also a massage therapist, I would go to her for massages, and I started noticing after the massages that I felt not only physically better, but much more grounded, centered, calm, clear. And then for about a week or two, and if I was around someone who was really emotional, I didn't feel it. I would stay centered and grounded and be like, wow, that person's really upset. That person's really angry, but I wouldn't feel it. And so I went to her and I said, what are you doing to me? Like, I know you're doing something. And she just laughed. She said, I do Reiki with my massages and I don't tell people unless they notice it. So then I started to learn about what Reiki was, and I got certified as a Reiki practitioner so I could do it for myself and my family and my friends and my pets. You can do Reiki on food. You can do it on your pets to help them be healthier, on your house. So I have energy practices that I do to keep myself cleansed and cleared, shielded, grounded into the earth energy so that I am my best self. And it's really all about being your best self, being at your healthiest physically, mentally, emotionally, and energetically. And us empaths, and everyone has an energy system. Everyone can pick up this stuff and it can affect you. But us empaths, it's a lifeline. So if you're a person who has always been told they're sensitive, or if you know someone who is, I'd love to talk with them more, and they can even Google being an empath and learn a lot about it themselves. But that's my background as to how did I get into Reiki and other forms of energy work and how it benefits me. And then through sharing it with my family and friends is how it became a business, because then they started sharing it with their in-laws and neighbors and friends. And I started, getting requests to do Reiki. So I started this business to help others like me, because there's just not a lot of Reiki practitioners out there. And so if you're interested, you can also become a Reiki practitioner. I'd encourage it. But that's my story, and I love it. Thank you so much. Have a great week.